Hello and welcome to Let's Talk Sport here on YouTube and Facebook. And today we're going to be previewing the Europa League match between Arsenal and Joe. Who are they playing?
Vorskla Poltava. I cannot pronounce that.
Vorskla Poltava. That's how I pronounce it in my Ukrainian accent. Thank you.
Sounded more Italiano.
Yes, come on. Thank you. That's my Bora accent as well. Right, Arsenal versus Vorskla Poltava from Ukraine. Yeah, let's just call it Vorskla. That's much easier, Joe. They finished third in Ukraine, the top league in Ukraine last season. And funny enough, this is actually their first time in the Champions League group stages for quite some time, since the 2011-2012 season, where they finished fourth in that group with Hannover 96, Standard Liège and Copenhagen. So, you know, we're not really expecting much from this team, but then again, you know, it's teams like this that make the competitions in Europe special because you really don't know what to expect from them. Arsenal, though, a win at the weekend against Newcastle. Europa League last season, I think they got to, what was it, round of 16 or quarterfinals when they got eliminated by Marseille. Arsenal. Yeah,
they got knocked out by Atletico Madrid in the semi-finals.
Oh, really? In the semi-finals? I thought they didn't make the semi-finals at all. But Unai Emery, though, has plenty of Europa League experience. Won it the past 3 times with Seville, a prolific winner of the Europa League. What are we expecting from Arsenal in this game? At home, you'd really expect them to really make a statement to show their content to go on and win this competition.
Considering I'd never even heard of Vorskla before, you'd expect Arsenal to absolutely dominate this game and absolutely smash them. But they're a team in transition.
Yeah.
And Arsenal in Europe is never formality, let's be honest. Arsenal, you can either have them turn up and smash them 5-0, or they could lose 1-0. They struggled last year, because I'm not being funny, and I can hear Jack laughing in the background off camera there, but the thing is, last season they played, is it Östersunds? The Danish side?
Yes.
They beat them 3-0 away, come to the Emirates and lost 2-0 when they expected to win 3-4-0. So that's the point I'm trying to make. Obviously, like I've said, you'd expect Arsenal, on paper, they've got the players, they've got Özil, they've got Aubameyang, Mkhitaryan, etc. But it's unknown quantities like this that make European competition, as you said.
What is the expectation then for Arsenal in the Europa League this season, would you say?
To win it.
To win it?
To win it. Unless, well, obviously they've got Chelsea that are a rival in the competition, but they should be going for their first European trophy, discounting the Cup Winners' Cup, which I think they've won.
Yeah.
So they should go as far as possible. And with Unai Emery having the history of winning it 3 times in a row, unfortunately against Liverpool in 2016 for me, but winning it 3 times in a row, with his history in the competition, his ability to win this competition, he knows what it takes. You'd expect, with the quality of the Arsenal side, for him to be able to do it there. Now,
in Arsenal's group, as well as Vorskla, is Sporting Lisbon and Karabag, who are from Azerbaijan. So another team that you would really expect Arsenal to get the better of. So we would think a top 2 finish is realistic. But with a team like Sporting Lisbon, that's been on the breakdown over the past year or so because of the whole training ground incidences and things like that, you would expect Arsenal to easily finish at the top of this group, especially with some of the players that you already mentioned, like Lacazette and Aubameyang and Özil and Mkhitaryan. The list goes on and on for them. Teams of potential, but they have to live up to that potential and get the job done on the field.
Oh, of course. Obviously, it's all right having the potential and having the talent, but if they don't work together well as a team or don't have the right attitude, you look at Balotelli, for example. Talent, poor attitude, nowhere in his career, really. All right, he's won the odd trophy, but just happy
he's doing well at Nice. Give him credit.
He's rebuilding his career, but so obviously you'd expect Arsenal to do well in this game. You'd expect them to win it, and in this competition you'd expect them to go far, but as you said, in Arsenal European competitions, it just doesn't always work out.
No, it doesn't, and it's a bit unfortunate, but a manager like Unai Emery, who's got that experience of winning in the Europa League, should be able to turn this side around to at least go as far as they did last season in the Europa League and really put up a good challenge for it and try and attempt to win it. So what are we expecting from this game from Arsenal? Do we think that because of how they've started the season under Unai Emery, you know, bit of a slow start, but over recent weeks they've managed to get themselves going a little bit, especially with a good win away at Newcastle at the weekend, facing off against a team like Vorskla at home as well, which will be a big factor for them in Europe this season. it should be an easy win, should we say? At least a 2-goal margin by the very least.
Yeah, you did expect them to stroll it.
It's
pretty
good.
much it.
I mean,
there's not much more you could say, to be honest. You'd expect. We've not known much about the opposition. I had to do a lot of background research on the opposition to find out stuff. And obviously, they won at the weekend 1-0. Vorskla did to Karpaty, something. How to pronounce that? Apologies for my pronunciation.
I thought you were a Ukrainian football expert, mate. So you let me down there.
Yeah, you were the accent. It's shown frequently on the UK TV.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
I mean, get the streams going, and you're on the money with Ukrainian football coverage. But yeah, I agree with you, Joe. I think it's no disrespect to them, but it's classes beyond really to what Arsenal have managed to do. In just the last 15 years alone, going to as far as the latter stages of the Europa League last season, consistent Champions League appearances and things like that, and going to the final itself against Barcelona, of course, in 2006. So I think Arsenal should be able to come out of this game with the win, and it should be a convincing margin. I think I wouldn't be ambitious and say that it's going to be 4 or 5. I'm going to be respectful and say at least 3. And I think that's the benchmark that Arsenal should be able to meet in this game. If they don't, and say if they were to concede as well, then I think they need to buckle up their ideas, because facing off against a team like Sporting Lisbon, they're not going to be, they're not going to get as good a result like that in that competition. I mean, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I think Sporting Lisbon will be a much tougher test. Karabag, I've played in the European competition multiple times as well, and it's the long journey, so at home you'd expect them to get the result. Away, maybe get a draw, something like that.
Yeah.
Difficult place to travel. Azerbaijan, Karabag's from, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that'd be hard, but overall you'd expect Arsenal to top this group.
Yeah, I think so as well. All right, let us know your own predictions for the game itself. Can Arsenal start off their Europa League campaign to a strong start at the Emirates this Thursday? Let us know in the comment section below this video. Don't forget to like it, subscribe for more Let's Talk Sport content. We shall see you all very soon.